Good morning, everybody. This is Joe with Inspect Pro Inspection Group. Hope everybody's having a great Friday. I wanted to take a second to kind of illustrate an observation that we found today, which from time to time we do find it commonly. But as the production industry for residential homes gets a little heavier and heavier, unfortunately certain things get overlooked and certain things get done a little bit quicker than normal. And unfortunately at this time, things do show a year down the line. But right now we're doing a 1-year warranty inspection that on a house that was built by a popular builder out here in Wesley Chapel. And as you can see here, I'm going to show you where at this point the stucco or decorative cementatious material, whichever the builder may want to call it, is beginning to separate along the vertical expansion joint. You'll be able to see here shortly how the stucco actually moves when I actually touch it and kind of pry it with the knife. But you're going to see the premature cracks. Those cracks are sometimes common, but to the extent where this one is, it's a little to extent. If not addressed, unfortunately, then the water will eventually fail and begin to have any water intrusion issues. So I'm going to go ahead and go upstairs here in the ladder. So just kind of walk with me and let's take a look. All right, we're going up all the way to the top. So, pardon the video for a second, but as you can see, I'm going up the stairs. Now, typically, ideally, we see cracks throw like these, and that's fine. But when you start seeing this kind of separation along the vertical expansion control joint on a wall, then you want to look at it a little deeper. In this instance, we did, and once again, wall moves slightly, but when you go like this, it's going to eventually move regardless. But when you go like this, you can see the wall already beginning to slightly move. And it's a little hard to show you, but so what happens is water's going to run down this wall. It's going to get behind this expansion joint. The expansion joint has an actual, what we call a flashing or an extension. It comes right about here. The lath comes right up to it with the vapor barrier, right up to here, give and take. So it should allow the water to actually come from underneath at the bottom of the weep screen. The issue is, since the crack is not consistent through the bottom, the water will get trapped within the surface at any given point. And doing such, it creates moisture and water intrusions, or failure, in this case, of the bonding agent or the stucco. Very common failure itself when it comes to the installation of stucco, but if it's not addressed, then once again, the homeowner will pay the price over time. The wall will begin to crack in many different ways abnormally and causes failure. And unfortunately, at this point, it's something that the builder will have to look a little deeper. I will check the inside of this wall when I go inside to see if there's any evidence of moisture. But this is what we look for. We look for things that when you're building a new home, if they're pushing through it and gun-ho and right through it, and you don't look at the stucco, then unfortunately, things will happen. And this is only 11 months away after it was built. So once again, this is Joe with Inspect Pro. When it matters most, and you're building a new home, or commercial building, or remodeling, whatever it is that you're actually doing within residential and commercial, hire a professional to come out on behalf of you to assure that the installations and the applications being used and methods are within compliance and nevertheless within the industry itself. Once again, hire a professional. This is Inspect Pro Inspection Group. When it matters most, give us a call. Have a great Friday.